Southwest Carolina First Alert weather.
Time now, 8:17. Good Monday morning, everybody. Make sure you are good and layered up as you, get ready to step out the door this morning. Most of us are starting the day with temperatures in the 20s, some in the mountains starting in the teens, and that's not even the coldest weather we're going to see this week. Over Christmas weekend, we're in for an even bigger Arctic blast. Good news, though, is that with the cold weather this morning, sure, you got to do some frost scraping if your car was parked outside, but at least there's no wintry weather to go along with these cold temperatures. First Alert radar is all quiet, and despite a pretty active scene going on off toward the west of us, virtually none of that is expected to reach us. For one, high pressure, despite increasing clouds today, is going to keep us high and dry even as it slowly begins to push offshore. This wave of wintry weather on the northern side of this next system is actually going to get pulled north along this frontal boundary and into the Ohio Valley, while a lot of this rain in parts of Louisiana, Oklahoma, I said Kansas there too, but parts of Texas and Louisiana, that is going to track more in our direction but get suppressed a little bit further south by the lingering high pressure system. So really at worst, we're talking about maybe a passing shower or two, heading into tomorrow afternoon. Our next big thing in the weather, we're going to be talking about it all week, is this impending blast of Arctic air that will be spilling our way in time for Christmas weekend. We can already see the beginnings of it across a good chunk of the northern tier of states. Negative teens in parts of North Dakota this morning, other areas in the negative single digits. That air is just going to continue to spill east and southeast. And while, yes, it will moderate some, by the morning of Christmas Eve, for example, some of us in the mountains probably going to be waking up to temperatures in the single digits. Before we get there, though, we're going to look at today's weather on Future Track. We got some increasing clouds on tap for today, but also some still mixed in breaks of sunshine from time to time. These clouds will just continue to gradually build their way from west to east, pretty nondescript overall, but they actually will prove a beneficial purpose heading into the overnight period. With those clouds in place, clouds kind of act like a blanket. They insulate us a little bit during the overnight period, so they'll limit our temperature drop tonight more to the 30s rather than the widespread 20s we woke up to this morning. And more importantly, it will be dry into the morning drive tomorrow. Heading into the tomorrow afternoon, that's when places closer to Greenwood, Newberry, maybe over toward Elberton and Abbeville, you would stand the greatest risk of encountering a passing shower tomorrow. But even so, it doesn't look like a lot of that activity will come to fruition. It's what we see heading into Thursday when we get our next push of some showers and periods of rain ahead of our next storm system that could eventually bring a few brief snowflakes to parts of the high elevations in the mountains coming up early Friday morning. You see there on the tail end of the system as a shot of cold air comes on in. Just in the highest spots of the mountains, there might be a quick dusting of some snow, maybe even some spillaway flurries into some northern parts of the upstate, but not looking like a significant snowfall heading into the lead up to Christmas. As for today, clouds increase, I should say, with chilly conditions and temperatures in the mid-40s, upper 40s in the upstate, clouds on the increase, chilly conditions, and then going into the second night of Hanukkah tonight. Again, those cloudy skies will be taking over, but no wet or snowy weather expected, as lows ultimately fall towards some upper 20s in the mountains and some low 30s upstate. Cold for the rest of the week, highs staying in the 40s through Thursday when that next messy storm system comes in upstate. Then Christmas weekend, highs in the 30s, and you see it there Friday night. Low temperatures in the teens upstate. So you know what that means for the mountains. 20s for highs over Christmas weekend, and low temperatures only in the single digits going into Friday night.